The old parking space scenario got me the perfect revenge. So, I'm pulling into the grocery store parking lot on a Saturday afternoon. You know how crazy busy it gets on weekends. People are circling around like vultures looking for spots. I see these two perfect spaces right next to each other, super close to the entrance. This store has the weirdest parking lot design ever, so getting a good spot is like winning the lottery. As I'm about to pull in, this woman in a white SUV comes from the other direction, wanting the same spot. I wave her on like, hey, go ahead, no problem. There's two spots anyway, right? She pulls into the first one, and I slide into the second spot right next to her driver's side. I'm a pretty good parker, stayed right in my lines, everything looks good to me, but this woman immediately gives me the dirtiest look I've ever seen. She's pointing at her door and making these angry gestures like I've personally ruined her entire day. I figure maybe she thinks there's not enough room for her to get out. I'm in a good mood, so I back up and move my car over a few inches, still perfectly in my spot, just giving her more space. Same dirty look, but now she adds this huge dramatic sigh and throws her hands up in the air. I'm thinking, okay, this lady's having a bad day. I'll just move over a little more, kill her with kindness, right? So I back out again and move over another few inches. Now I'm practically hugging the other line, but whatever. I just want to buy my groceries and go home. I get out of my car and this woman gives me the triple threat, the dirty look, the dramatic sigh, and an eye roll that could power a small city. That's when I decided I'd had enough. I walk around to check my parking job because now I'm curious what her problem actually is. My car is pretty close to the car on my driver's side, but there's someone sitting in the passenger seat just watching this whole drama unfold. They're obviously not getting out anyway. Then I look at her side. This woman's car is literally over the line, like actually over the white line into my space. She's craning her neck out her window, watching me walk around my car, and she starts yelling something at me, waving her hands around, probably telling me to hurry up. I hold up my hands like, calm down, lady, and get back in my car. But instead of moving away from her this time, I back out and pull forward until I'm perfectly centered in my space, right where I should have been the whole time. I get out and take a picture of both our cars and her license plate, just in case she tries anything crazy. That's when she rolls down her window and goes, where do you think you're going? You need to move your car right now. Before I can even answer, the guy sitting in the passenger seat of the car on my other side yells out, hey man, get my attention. The woman's still going, are you going to answer me? Move your car. The passenger guy looks right at her and goes, forget that lady. Some people just can't be pleased no matter what you do. I look back at the angry woman, point to the passenger guy and say, what he said. Then I walk over to the guy and we high five while this woman just sits there in her car like a giant angry turtle, steaming mad. I walked into the store with the biggest smile on my face. Sometimes the best revenge is just being right.